Hello, everyone, and welcome to Which One Do I Roll? Our game where we play different and new RPGs often. We're not going to change systems every week, but we are starting with a whole series of one shots where we change systems every week, like I said that we weren't always going to do. But that is not always going to be the case. We've played a lot of fun games. We've played some Microscope, and we played last time we played Honey Heist, but today we're going to be playing a game called Super Normal. Super Normal is a one-page RPG. It is made by someone named, I believe, Yuza Dicey. Is that correct? Ursa Dicey.
Ursa Dice.
Ursa Dice, great. Ursa Dice made this. I apologize for my horrible pronunciation. And we are really excited to play this game. It seems to be a game about being, I'm guessing, overpowered yet somehow incompetent superheroes who are struggling to be normal. So that's what we're going to be doing today. And Nia, who has been on this show since its inception and has also been on one of our other channels, the Assassination of Primarch Magli Black Eyes, is going to be running this game. Nia, how are you feeling?
Very nervous, but hey, let's just do it.
Excellent. I'm excited for that. With us, as is often, is Marcus. Marcus, beneath me on the stream.
Hi.
Marcus, how you doing?
Doing all right.
Is your sound fixed? Just have to ask because I'm going to ask that every time now, even though it's very funny.
No, I appreciate it. Yeah, it is looking good.
Excellent. Unfortunately, Ash is unable to be with us today. They are doing something that had to take precedent, which we totally understand, but we miss them and wish them well. And today we have our first guest star on the channel, Nyogmi. Hi, how are you doing?
Oh no, is that me?
Yes.
I'm doing great. I noticed that I'm apparently the letter N today. I'm
yes.
represented by an enormous letter N, and I'm doing fine.
You're represented by an enormous letter N, and you are doing fine.
It's a powerful letter.
Yes. What should our viewers know about you? You want to tell them anything about yourself?
Oh gosh, I don't know what they want to know. I am very active on Twitter. I post a lot of weird furry stuff. So if you're
Cool.
not a weird furry, you should just avoid me, and you should wonder who is this person. But if you're into that, you should hang out with me a lot because I'm really cool.
I don't know. So far as I've seen, much of the furry community is quite awesome. So I'm totally down. Go
Cool.
for it and be a human, or whatever.
I go for it.
Works for me. Well, welcome, Nyogmi. We are happy to have you here. And the Twitter handle is just at Nyogmi, which you can see very clearly on the screen there. So today we've got the M's versus the N's. Nia and Nyogmi versus Matthew and Marcus.
Yes, I shall play favoritism. Overtly.
Damn it. I'm screwed.
Damn.
Can I change my name legally to Natthew?
Yeah.
Okay.
Marcus sounds bad.
Narcus.
Sounds like
Oh
something
man,
awful.
that is
Yeah.
bad. That
Right?
does sound bad. Oh man, I mean, it's not like Matthew has a nice ring to it, but at least I'm not a narc.
Yeah, exactly.
Okay. Well, there we go. That's our introduction, beaten away, done away with, and now I'm going to cede the reins of control to Nia.
Such power coursing through my veins. Well, I think we should begin with just your general what is your character all about. So I'm gonna need your name, superhero name, mundane name, pronouns, powers. So let's start with Matthew.
Hey, I think I just decided to make a change.
Okay.
I am going to be the bat. I'm still going to be the bat. And my superhero powers, I guess we all have super strength, near invincibility, and superhuman reactions.
Yeah, everyone has that.
Awesome. In addition to that, my 3 powers that I picked from the list are animal friendship, because I think talking to bats sounds fun. Echolocation, because my name is the bat. And flight. I personally, Matthew, would never like to have flight because I have a phobia of heights. And flying sounds like the most terrifying thing in the world. But my character is not. So she is the bat, and her mundane name is Brenda. Brenda Atman.
Brenda Atman. And pronouns are she, her?
Yes.
Okie dokie, gotcha. Now let's move on to Yomi.
Yes, that's me. Cool. So I am the bat. I am.
Ah, I see.
My real name is Joey Puente, and I'm a baseball player in my mundane existence. And I have speed, so I can get to the so I can hit the ball right when it arrives, and I've got magnetism, so I can make the ball come to my bat, so I can hit it really well, and I can teleport, so I can go to all the bases because I'm the best baseball player. That's my power.
Okay. um, so your superhero name is also the Bat?
Yeah, but I
I
can
love it.
change it if it's too complicated.
No,
it's perfect.
no. I
No,
just
it's
want to
awesome.
make sure. And it
Oh,
was,
man.
you said Joey. I didn't catch the last name.
Puente.
Okay, Wente. And pronouns?
He or they.
He, they. Gotcha. And last but not least, Marcus.
I am playing a self-insert, so I'm playing myself
Sweet.
as a mundane. Name is Marcus.
Okay.
Pronouns he, him. My superhero name is Goaty, and that's a acrostic or anagram. I forget which one. My powers are temporal distortion, echolocation, and I kind of can't decide on a third.
You're
it's-
also taking echolocation? I love it.
Yeah.
I love it.
That's great.
I'll say telekinesis.
Nice.
Okay.
Yeah.
Nice.
Telekinesis. Let me finish writing that down. Okay, got it. The bat, and Goaty. Also, Brenda, Joey, and Marcus. Okay. So, the point of this game, which we've kind of already gone over, is normally you're superheroes, but when you try and go about your daily life, it's very difficult to just be a normal person and not have your powers just kind of surge and mess things up. And so today we have planned for everyone, your mutual acquaintance, Linda Lacebottom, has planned a bruncheon, and you are all invited. So let's hope you can attend this bruncheon and not blow your cover. And I'll be making tally marks each time you fail to interact with the world normally or you choose to be super. And once that gets to 15, your cover will be blown and the bad guys will show up. So, at the scene of this bruncheon, this pristine, beautiful, sunny neighborhood, who among you would be the first to arrive?
I would not. I think shoot it alive.
Not Marcus.
I think Brenda is very punctual.
Okay.
So I think that I'd be the first to arrive.
Brenda arrives. You're in front of the neighborhood clubhouse where the event is being held. It's also going to be a fundraiser held for the neighborhood association. So as you arrive, what do we see?
Yeah, so Brenda is a tall woman with a muscular build, but to hide that a little bit, I'm wearing sort of slightly ill-fitting but very high-end clothing. So it's a very nice tailored pantsuit, but is not tailored to my fit. And so I look slightly frumpy despite the obvious wealth. Hair is cropped short and black and spiked up. And I think I have a bat friend that is hiding inside my jacket pocket.
Oh, goodness. That is quite the look. Okay, as you're waiting there, who arrives next?
How
Joey.
tardy is Marcus? Because if Marcus is super tardy, then it's probably me.
Yeah, like 15 minutes minimum.
Yeah, I don't know. I could see myself arriving maybe a half hour late. Does that sound right?
I mean,
Not
that's
as
your
like
choice,
a
yeah.
deliberate thing. I mean, it's just I've got a busy life going on because I've got a baseball game once a week and
Yeah.
apparently nothing else that matters.
You have super speed though, don't you? You're still late.
You have teleportation and you're late.
That too, yeah.
Yeah, I know. It's embarrassing. I've got a chauffeur. I teleport to the back of my chauffeur's car. I wait for the chauffeur to finish driving. I teleport to the doorway.
No, yeah, I can be next. Marcus shows up. I show up.
And what does Brenda see as you roll up to this function?
Brenda sees Marcus. So Brenda sees a brick shithouse that leads an extremely sedentary life, visibly. Dressed in boots that don't have like what's the term for like the bottom part? They're not like super tall. They're like normal width or whatever. Black denim jeans, a band shirt with really colorful, like real nice artwork, and with an illegible band name on it, and black full rim glasses that are on the square side.
Wonderful. Now, has the Bat and Goaty ever worked together? Do you two know each other?
I think so.
You think so?
I think so.
I'm a musician in my spare time, or in my a lot of my time.
Sure. Well, I'm like a philanthropist type, and so maybe I've hired Marcus for gigs to like entertain at parties or something.
To play something. Okay, yeah.
Yeah.
I like that.
What kind of music do you do in your spare time?
Performatively, I guess like a pretty solid mixture of funk and pop and melodic death metal and death metal in general.
Nice.
Yeah.
Perfect. So it's just like it's the perfect thing because I think Brenda like hates all the fundraisers that she has to organize and be at and blah blah blah. And so like every once in a while I think she probably would just come up and like tip you a little extra to like move on to just straight death metal to piss off everyone and clear the room.
Okay. Well, since Joey's gonna be late, I think we'll let him come in a little bit later. But as the two of you meet, you see Linda come out of the neighborhood clubhouse, the area where the function's being held, to greet the two of you. She's very tall, blonde woman, giant sun hat, giant sunglasses, a yellow and white pinstripe jumpsuit, and massive platform heels. She waves excitedly and comes over to greet the two of you. Oh, hey, y'all made it.
Hi, Linda.
Hey.
I wouldn't miss it, Linda.
Well, I'm glad to hear that, Brenda. Any trouble getting here? I know the people at the gate, sometimes they give people trouble.
If they did, it was to my chauffeur, not to me.
Oh, wonderful. And you, Marcus?
They were fine. I was late, but they were fine even then.
Oh, that's good. Well, why don't we come in? Why don't we all go in? And she leads you inside of the clubhouse. There's a good mix of people looks like they're not just from the neighborhood, people dressed in formal clothes, some in more casual. And set up is a food bar. There's a projector set up in the backyard. You can see there's a pool. She kind of gestures to the area behind her. Well, why don't you go ahead and get yourself some food first? I'll come check in on you occasionally throughout the party.
Of course. Thank you, Linda. Marcus?
Marcus has said thanks, but he's already on his, like beeline to whatever the setup is.
Yeah,
set it on the way there.
There's a waffle bar, most notably. There's also like a salad bar, but most notably there's a waffle bar. Lots of bars.
Do they have do they do like sour cream or applesauce or like one of the two or both?
Yeah, there's applesauce, sour cream.
That's a thing, right? With latkes? I think I've heard that.
Yeah.
That's a thing, yeah.
Okay. Yeah, I will get both.
Yeah, why don't you roll to interact with the world?
Okay.
So that's gonna be that's a blend in roll, so 3d6.
Okay. Oh, almost lost one. That's 7.
7. There is a super glitch.
Oh, good.
So.
Oh no, what happened?
Yes, first super glitch. Well, let's see. Roll a 1d6 for me.
3.
3. And let me find the super glitch table right there. You perform the action in a way that draws unwanted attention. So, as you go to make your delicious waffle creation, you accidentally set off your telekinesis abilities, and all of the waffles in front of you raise into the air. People look at you in alarm as these waffles are just floating in the air. You've created quite the spectacle.
Yeah. Can I do anything at this point? Do I have to like?
Yeah.
Okay. I'm gonna try to play it off. I'm gonna be like, whoa, what's going on? Jeez, floating
Hey,
waffles.
why are the waffles floating?
I have no idea. Jeez, whoa.
Well, does that just? It's got to be one of Linda's fancy things. This is a fancy floating waffle bar, right?
Oh yeah, yeah. Actually, now that you mention it, I think maybe I have heard of that, and it's one of those.
Yes, I had one at my last bruncheon actually.
Oh, okay. That's everything makes sense now. I understand.
Marcus shoots a thank you so much look at Brenda.
And so what happens after that is the next time you have to roll to blend in to get food, you get advantage with that since you failed.
Cool.
Yeah. Okay. So as Marcus has gotten his food, created a bit of a spectacle, Brenda, what are you doing?
Yeah, I'm like confident that it was Marcus that did this, or Goaty. I don't know if I've worked with you as a superhero or not, but I've definitely worked with Marcus. And I think that my response is to like eye the waffles and think I would like a waffle, but instead go to the salad bar and get like the lamest like 3 pieces of lettuce and a tomato and calling it a salad.
So odd.
Yeah, I'd like you to roll to blend in. So 3d6.
Let's see what we get here. A 12.
A 12! The action is supercharged beyond your control, which means 2 super glitches. So roll 2d6.
Okay. A 1 and a 6.
A 1 and a 6. So the first thing that happens is when you go to grab the lettuce, you do it with an unexpected amount of force, and you kind of just poke a hole through the bottom of the serving tray, and the lettuce begins falling out. The people behind you are groaning like, "Ugh, why'd you break it? You broke the lettuce bowl. What's wrong with you?"
You don't want a salad. It's a salad.
But at the same time, as you say that, you accidentally activate your ability to communicate with animals, and one of the guests seemed to have brought their dog, and hearing you, maybe you unintentionally communicated your distress, and this dog just comes bounding towards you and jumps up on your head.
Oh boy! Hey, puppy! I'm trying to say this in English. Hey, boy, how you doing? Check.
Dog is just climbing all over your body.
Yeah. I think I'm gonna try and play it off as like this. How big is this dog?
Medium sized.
Okay, I'm gonna try and play it off as like the dog has like launched itself at me and is on my head and like I'm off balance, and so I'm gonna try to like fall backward and break the salad bowl and like behind me and maybe the table entirely so that like the whole thing looks like it was the dog's fault if I can.
Yes. So as you're spinning around wildly trying to pull this dog off of you, you fall backwards. The salad bar goes tumbling to the floor, all the vegetables spread out everywhere. In the middle of this chaos, the doors open and arrives Joey.
Oh no, it's me. Yeah. Actually, if I could change one detail of my arrival.
Absolutely.
Yeah, so the thing is that I've been spending so much time at home. The thing is that like I'm a big important baseball player, and that means that I'm obsessed with what the world thinks of me. So I've just spent up to 30 minutes past the beginning of the party looking at all of this social media coverage that mostly is not about me because I'm not that prominent. But yeah, so I've just realized I'm late, and I decide what's the fastest way to get to the party is to teleport. So I'm going to teleport into the backyard so that nobody sees that I've arrived late, because that's how I think arriving late works.
Okay, that's great. We have a roll for that. That is rolling to be super. So roll 1d6.
1. I think that means it works.
Wonderful. Yeah, it just
Yes.
happens. And you do
Beautiful.
just kind of apparate. You're trying to appear in the backyard or in the main area.
Sort of in the backyard, like out near that pool, which might not be open to the public, but that
No, it
being
is.
said, oh, it is open to.
Yeah.
Yeah, see, it's fine. I'm normal.
Well, it's a bit weird that you apparate just in front of these people. There's a family that is lounging by the pool, and you just apparate right in front of them, kind of gasp, like, "Oh, where did you come from?"
Yeah, so like I take my baseball cap and I kind of grip the edge like I'm about to tip my hat, and I let my shoulders go slack. I'm wearing like a white and red vertically striped button down shirt, because that's most of what's in my closet. Yeah, so I kind of I look like I'm trying to tip the hat, or maybe the sun's just in my eyes, and I just look away from that party as if I don't notice that they noticed me, even though it kind of looks like I'm trying to reassure them. It's
Uh,
not the most reassuring gesture.
Gosh, Linda invites the weirdest people. Through the glass doors into the main area, you can see chaos as the salad bar has been broken apart. Everything is a mess. There's a dog going bonkers. What would you like to do?
So I think I'm looking at the inside, and my rough mental calculus is that everybody who's at the party, who's doing the party thing, is already on the inside, so I should go inside too.
Hmm.
So I imagine myself opening up the glass sliding doors or whatever to the house, trying to do it just like anybody else would do it, so I can be at the party with everybody else who's also at the party.
Okay. Uh, yeah, I want you to roll to blend in.
That sounds
So,
about right. 1 second.
yeah,
Okay.
3d6.
It's a 7.
A 7. So there's a super glitch. Roll 1d6.
Beautiful. Apparently, I get a 1. I open the door with an unexpected level of force.
Yeah, man, this place is getting destroyed. You pop that bad boy right off its hinges. The door, I mean. It shatters in front of you. Everyone looks away from Brenda momentarily to look at you, who has now shattered the door. Uh, did you just break the door? Did you just break the door down?
I bow, but only using my head, so it looks like I'm nodding. I have this look of frightened anger in my eyes, as if I've been wronged by somebody, but there's nobody who's wronged me except God for making me this way. So I look out at the room and I say, it moved by itself.
Everything is breaking everywhere. What's
It
happening?
must be an earthquake.
An earthquake? As this is happening, Marcus, what are you doing?
Yeah.
Two of your fellow supers have created much, much higher destruction than you had.
Yeah, it kind of escalated, huh? I'll use the distraction to help Brenda up first, and try to shoo the dog away. Like, okay, you gotta chill now.
Okay, are you using any of your powers, or are you just trying to be normal, trying to act natural?
Yeah, actually, I'll use temporal distortion. I'll slow everything down so I have more time to like help Brenda.
All right. Roll to be super. 1d6.
3.
3 works as intended. So time slows down around you, and you have a moment to kind of fix things. Or I guess however long you usually have, a good amount of time.
Yeah, so I'll help Brenda up, and then while the dog is like slowed down, I'll place it somewhere else, maybe back with its owner. Put the leash in their hand, maybe.
Okay. Then as time snaps back to normal, Brenda, you find yourself righted, the dog having been removed from you, and Marcus is standing right next to you.
Thanks, Marcus. I think I just got distracted when Joey came in.
I got you.
Okay. Um, so there's still a bit of a scene happening. People are scrambling, trying to clean up. Linda approaches. Uh, I think that I think she would approach Joey first, having seen the door destroyed. Uh, Joey, I didn't see you come in. What happened to the door?
There was an earthquake.
The Oh, is that why the salad bar table looks like that?
Yeah, I think so. I didn't see it.
Uh, I see. Did you come in through the backyard by perchance?
Yes, but only after coming in through the front yard.
Ah, I see. Interesting. Well,
There was a kid, he wanted me to show him some tricks with my baseball bat.
oh, that makes perfect sense. I mean, you're pretty famous after all.
Yeah, that's what they
Um,
tell me.
well, I can't offer you any salad, but uh and the waffle bar is kind of malfunctioning. The waffles are floating for some reason, but I think that just makes them tastier. So why don't you go and get yourself some food, or we have a coffee bar, mimosas, whatever you'd like, and let me get someone to clean all this glass up. Actually, I could use some help. Brenda, Marcus, could one of you help me sweep this stuff up?
Sure.
God.
Yeah,
Yes, of course.
I
Great.
guess we'll both grab brooms or something.
Great.
Yeah, so I'll
All
grab,
right.
I'll look around for a broom.
Yeah, you find one, not hard.
Yeah.
And so you're both gonna try and sweep up this mess.
Yep.
Go ahead and roll a blend in.
God.
Oh, 14.
10 for me.
Yeah.
14 out of 10. So both of you, actually no, just Marcus roll 2d6 and Matthew roll 1d6.
7, 6 and 1.
6 and 1.
2.
So 2. Okay. So we'll start with Matthew first. You begin to sweep up the glass, and you just have this overwhelming urge to talk to a bat, and the feeling just takes over you, and you just lose consciousness, fall to the ground. It's
Okay.
overwhelming.
Cool.
You faint. Meanwhile, Marcus, as your sleeping buddy has passed out, you roll a 1 and a 7. So first you send the glass shards flying off into the pool. So the
Nice.
children in the pool
Oh, God.
evacuate, scrambling out like,
God.
oh, it's raining glass!
Oh no.
That's so brutal.
And at the same time, you also stop time completely. And now you're just standing here. There's the frozen faces of horrified children, glass shards in the air from where you swept them away with focus. Brenda's about to hit the ground.
Okay, with time stopped, I'd like to angle myself so I can face the glass going toward the pool, and have Brenda be intersecting that path. And I'd like to use echolocation to like both wake her up, and echolocation almost certainly doesn't work this way, but to move the glass. Yeah. Almost certain it doesn't.
If you're gonna use a superpower, go ahead and roll 1d6 as well to be super.
Could have just used the telekinesis. 2.
2. Okay, you do exactly that. It works just as intended.
Cool.
Duh. Oh my god, is time stopped around us?
Yeah, I'll drop it now. That was an accident.
Okay. Joey, you're watching on as this chaos is unfolding. Where do you find yourself?
So, as I often do when I'm nervous, I'm clutching the end of my baseball bat, just because it's one of those things that gives me security. And I'm thinking about Linda's words earlier, her words of wisdom, which are that I should get something from the buffet. Now, the problem is that I'm a growing boy, so what I need is meat. So what I decide to do is I see all this destruction, and I see on the other side of that there's a carved ham that looks
Yeah.
appealing. So I'm thinking, well, I'm not going to sweep up and I'm not going to get involved in the destruction. I'm going to take a circuitous lap around the room and get a slice of that carved ham.
Sounds like a good plan. So, as you take the carving knife and slice the ham, why don't you roll to blend in?
That sounds about. Oh no, I got an 8.
That's wonderful. So, roll a d6.
Yeah, okay, I got a 4. That's fine. A 4 is fine. I can live with a 4.
Okay, so as you're carving this ham to cut yourself a nice piece, I think you just forget to stop and you just cut all the way down. You cut the table in half. It's a very good knife. And the table falls apart beneath you. The ham tumulting to the ground. What do you do?
Oh, okay. So the table has fallen to the ground. I think that my first instinct is to. I see the ham falling, and my first instinct is to yank it away from the destroyed table because I don't want it to fall on the floor. So I'm
Yes.
seeing everything from that table, I guess, just fall into the gap. Is yanking the ham? What is that blend in? Maybe I should super yank the ham just to be safe. Like
If
I
you
yank it really fast.
then roll to be super. Go ahead. 1d6.
1, beautiful.
It
But I
works
do
just
have a
as well.
super fast ham right now.
Yeah, you just have a ham now. That's great. There are a couple people that wanted some of that ham and they're just
I don't even know where
shooting
they're not.
they're shooting daggers at you. Um Meanwhile, Marcus, there are children that are stampeding towards you. There were a lot of children in the pool. They
Yeah.
all evacuated. There's glass in the way. Oh my god, they're gonna step on the glass. You didn't sweep it all up.
Okay.
What are you gonna do?
Gonna telekinesis that one. That's gotta work better. Is
Okay.
that 1?
Yeah, roll 1d6 if you get a telekinesis.
Can I try and distract the kids while he's doing this?
Yeah.
That's a 1.
Nice.
One? Okay.
It's gonna work as intended. That's good.
Mhm.
Yeah, I'm gonna say, hey kids, you want to see a dog do a trick? And I call the dog over using my animal friendship abilities, and have it start doing like backflips to like distract them. I ask it
roll
next to the big dog backflips. I guess.
Yeah, go ahead and roll 1d6 since you're being super.
That's a 10.
Ooh, roll another d6.
Oh god, this is not going
Wait,
well.
a 10? It's only
Yeah.
1d6.
Oh.
Okay. I got a 4.
A 4. So, wait, was your first roll? What was that? When you rolled to be super?
I got a 10.
Oh, it's only 1d6 when you're being
it's 1d6.
super.
Oh my god, sorry. My bad. I
Yeah.
apologize.
No, it's okay.
I'm just remembering things. I get a 1.
Okay, then it works just as intended. You call the dog over, he begins to do tricks, the children ooh and ah as Marcus also deftly sweeps all the glass up with his telekinetic powers. I don't know how people don't see. They think you're so good at sweeping, Marcus. They're like, wow, he's really good.
The dog's tricks are very distracting.
Yeah.
Maybe.
Okay. As this is happening, Joey, you have a ham in your hand. What do you want to do about it?
It's a very fast ham, so I think I have to do something with the momentum. So what I do is I bound towards the back door while I'm, kind of trying to use my, my sort of catcher's kind of skills to slow down the ham. So I'm keeping the ham very safe. And I think I see a stack of plates and I decide I could be the hero if I gave these kids some ham.
Yeah.
So I'm going to put it on the plate and I'm going to keep slicing.
All right. Roll to. Yep.
I want to try and trip him.
Okay. I think what I'm gonna ask for is for Joey roll to blend in, and I think for Matthew, I think that might be a show off, maybe. So
Okay.
2d6.
Fair enough.
So I get an 8, so I think that's 1d6.
I get a 4 on 2d6.
Okay, so Joey, you got an 8, right? So roll 1d6 for a super glitch.
I get a 1.
And okay, and Brenda got a 4
So yeah, to show off.
to show off. So it works as intended.
Mm.
Okay, so you absolutely trip Joey.
Mm.
Absolutely.
So
Joey,
what's the super glitch?
Unexpected level of force, I think.
yeah, and I guess this happens as you were going to begin cutting the ham, and it's your arm, the momentum of your arm going to cut the ham lodged itself into the floor of the clubhouse as you were tripped by Brenda, and you've created a small crater where you've landed.
Sounds about right.
You've been tripped by Brenda, who's now standing in the little hole you've created with your.
So what's the fate of the ham,
superpowers.
though?
I think it's a little bit destroyed, and it's on the ground, which is kind of gross. You could try to salvage it if you wanted.
Kids probably won't mind.
I hope that dog stays away from that ham. Is all I'm saying.
No, it's not staying away from that ham.
Not a
I'm
chance.
sorry, but it's definitely going for the ham.
How could it? How could it not?
Oh, absolutely. Now there's a dog in the mix that is happily chomping away at the ham next to you. Marcus, what are you doing as this happens?
Yeah. Marcus will look over at Brenda like, what? Why? What?
He stole my name.
What? Oh, the bat? Brenda, come on. He's a baseball player. It's a different, you know?
It was like 2 weeks after my debut.
Yeah, I guess I get it, like the optics or whatever, but I don't know. You
know how annoying it is to have to, Google yourself and that guy's results?
You gotta pick something more uncommon, like,
It was uncommon when I picked it.
But was it? I mean, I haven't checked, but was it?
Yes.
I'll take your word for it.
It made sense with my the whole thing.
Yeah, the
my
bad
whole
thing. That's the beauty of it, though, isn't it? Like, it works for both of you, and it's different.
I own the domain names, incidentally. Like, I own thebat.io, thebat.player, thebat.games, thebat.ham, thebat.bat. I also own the.bat.
Yeah, as this argument is happening, Linda just jogs over to the three of you. Destruction, ham destruction, floor destruction. What is going on with the three of you? You have been destroying things left and right.
I feel like this country club might need to stop doing fundraisers for whatever we're doing this fundraiser for, and instead do fundraisers to fix the shoddy craftsmanship in this clearly incompetently made floor and awful tables that break so easily.
And the haunted waffles.
Well, first of all, Brenda, this fundraiser is so we can have more bruncheons, of course. Second of all, there's nothing wrong with the clubhouse. It's the three of you. Why do you keep breaking things? It's only the three of you. No one else has broken a thing.
I don't think that's true at all. I think it's definitely this place. This place definitely has problems. I mean, look right there, Marcus. Look, don't you think that? And like, I'm hoping Marcus will pick up my cue and stop time and break something for someone else.
Oh sure, like, yeah, I'll stop time. I'll use my temporal distortion to
roll 1d6 to be super.
5.
5. Okay, just as intended.
Cool.
Okay,
yeah.
You've stopped time.
Brenda shoots me that look like, get us out of this. I will stop time for everyone except us, I guess.
Okay.
Yeah.
And walk away.
And I'm like, we have to. Someone else has to break something besides us.
Oh, that's a good idea.
We could have Linda break something.
Oh, that's a good idea. What do we have? So much is broken already.
Yeah, so I want to, like, what is Linda, like, wearing? What's it look like? What's going on here? Like she's wearing platform shoes, you said, and an ugly
Yeah, she's
suit.
Big sun hat.
ugly is subjective, but
Fair
yeah,
enough. Sorry,
shoes.
that was Brenda, not Matthew.
Yeah, I believe it. She's wearing a pinstripe yellow and white jumpsuit, big sunglasses, big sun hat. She is inside and still wearing all this.
Okay, big sun
Same.
hat. Okay, the time has stopped. So I'm use. Can you start time? You can start time for us, but can you start time for like a bunch of animals or something like that?
Yeah, I don't know. What are the extent of like each power?
I mean, it's really up to us, and honestly,
needed.
I don't see why not.
Okay, yeah.
Sounds good. So I think like while time has stopped, we go to the yard for a second, and I try and like find as many birds as I can, and ask you to unstop time for them, and then use my animal friendship ability to get them to all just like I asked them politely to fly in and just like start nesting in Linda's hat to make it look like she's losing her mind a little bit. Like birds are going all over her and all that stuff. That's my intent.
Okay, roll to be super 1d6.
Okay. Oh god, I get a 6.
Okay, roll another d6.
Oh god. Oh god. I get another 6.
Ooh, okay. So let's see, what else do you have? Okay, so the birds do arrive and nest in Linda's hat as you wanted, but at the same time, you also sneeze and you set off your flight ability and you just break through the top, the roof of this level, and you're in the second level of the clubhouse.
Oh no.
Brenda,
There are currently stars and birds flying around your head.
nice.
You're all right though, but boy, that hurt. Marcus, Joey, Brenda has crashed through the ceiling, but the birds are nested in Linda's hat.
Seems so petty now.
No.
Now.
Is Brenda hanging down from the ceiling like her head is above the floor and then the rest of her is like dangling below? Okay.
Yeah.
I'm gonna try to telekinesis her down.
Okay, roll to be super.
3.
Okay, just as intended.
Cool. So I will gently bring her back down to the first floor.
Okay. Now you have a grounded Linda, a bird nest, a hat bird nest. What would you like to do?
See, it's not just us, Linda. You too are causing destruction in
Oh my god, there are birds in my hat! Oh my god,
what? Saying. I think this whole place might be cursed.
If I could take action.
Yeah.
Whenever I see a round, approximately hand-shaped object, it's very hard for me not to take aim.
Hand-shaped object?
Hand-sized, like how big is a pigeon anyway?
Okay.
Gosh.
Uh-huh.
I don't know. I think does this count as showing off? Like, it's just I see it there and I'm like, I have to do something about it. So I've got to take aim and maybe show off my physique, Like I've done this a million times for like the cover photos of magazines and stuff like that.
So
you're trying to hit a pigeon off of Linda's hat.
I'm trying to intimidate a pigeon, like, just to
give it a close shave.
Yeah, I'm just striking the pose,
I think that would be a bit of a show off. Go ahead, roll to hit the pigeon. I mean, not hit the pigeon. Intimidate
to scare the pigeon.
36.
I get a 3.
A 3. Okay, you do just that, man. You pose, and this pigeon just does a little bit of pigeon poop on Linda's hat and flies away. Now, why would you do that? This is awful. Just awful. And she begins to sob,
Oh,
turns around and runs off.
I think I chase after her.
yeah, I think I feel bad, and I follow suit.
Okay. She goes off into the backyard, is crouched by the pool, sobbing, wiping her face, kind of batting the birds away from her hat.
Linda, it's okay. I don't know what's going on, but clearly this whole event is cursed through no fault of your own.
I don't understand. I just wanted to eat waffles, and we still have to do the raffle. And my wife was gonna show her independent film, but everything's ruined.
We can
Well,
still
hey,
do all that, right?
yeah, of
Brenda?
course. Why is it
But
ruined? Just
everything's
because
in
there's a hole in the ceiling that was always there from the beginning of
there's
the
a hole. There's a hole in the ceiling now too.
just like there was when I walked in the room. There was already a hole in the ceiling, and it may have been there for months even. But
Uh,
that's not a big deal.
It is.
and
The
it's way
entire
smaller than the
clubhouse
crater.
is in shambles.
It's a fixer-upper, I think.
Well, it's a hazard now. How am I going to gather everyone for the raffle? They have to
Well-
step around all the glass and all the stuff you guys destroyed.
It was not just us. There was all sorts of things that were going wrong. Well, why don't we have it out here, outside here with the birds,
That
I
is
mean,
a great
the
idea.
squirrels, whatever, out here.
Well, all right. So long as y'all help me bring the mimosas and stuff out, and
I could
It-
definitely use a mimosa. Would you like a hug, Linda?
no, I kind of hate you.
You hate me?
A little bit, but maybe if you do this one nice thing for me, we can be on better terms.
You just mean her, right? We're good, Linda. Right?
Eh,
Okay,
yeah,
all
I'm
right.
sure.
No, I feel that.
Hopefully.
What nice thing do you need me to do? Do you want me to
Uh,
get you a mimosa? Is that a nice thing to do?
Well, I would like the raffle to go well. Did y'all get your raffle tickets? I sent you some.
Yes, absolutely. Can I still buy more? I have my raffle ticket things here, but I'd love to donate more to this good cause.
Oh, please do. Maybe we would be best of friends if you did that.
Yes. How much do raffle tickets cost again? I know you sent me in the email, but my mind, I'm so old and infirm, I can't remember these things.
$10 per ticket.
And is there a maximum number of tickets that one can buy?
Not at all.
Great. Well then, and I like reach and look for my pocketbook, pull out like a checkbook, and I pull it out and I open it up and I say, I'll buy 1,000 raffle tickets.
What? Pardon?
Brand
And
up.
I cut off the check and I hand it to her.
So generous.
Wow. Yeah, I don't hate you anymore. In fact, I think I might love you.
Brenda, I don't have any
Do that
cash
hug.
on me. Can you spot me?
Sure. Do you want 1,000 raffle tickets?
Nah, I don't need that many. Get me like 42.
Sure. And I pull out another check and I write another check for $420.
Okay. Oh my god. Okay. Great. We're on great terms now. Oh, but Joey, how about you?
Well, I don't have anything to apologize for because I've done nothing wrong.
Didn't you destroy the ham?
No,
And
the
break my
dog
door?
destroyed the ham.
But
No,
didn't you drop it and
No, the earthquake destroyed your door when I was out
the-
here entertaining all the children with
you-
my baseball tricks.
Yes, I'm
Uh,
sure you were
uh,
so entertaining.
I mean, not as entertaining as that fat pooch that ate the ham, but
But
know,
didn't you also put a hole in my floor? I don't think the dog can do that.
I did put the hole in your floor, but that was the only thing I did to your floor, ma'am.
Isn't this the country club?
Okay.
This is your floor? Do you own the country club?
No, I mean just like a mine, as in like I'm very proud of it.
Oh,
is
yes, of
all.
course. Sorry. Yes, of course. Well, hey, think of this as an opportunity to get your floors redone.
Right. Sure, maybe it'll
You've
be
always
easier
wanted to
now.
remodel and redesign the space. You've got such a good eye for interior decorating.
Oh, do I? Do you really think so?
Oh yeah,
Well, I mean,
totally.
it's not as good as your eye for its own self. Your eyes are beautiful.
Oh, thanks. Okay, okay. I feel better now. I feel better. We can hold the raffle out here. Um, why don't you, Marcus and Brenda? Why don't you get your tickets from Florence? She's in the far corner inside the one place still undisturbed. She should have all the raffle tickets.
Sure. Do you want me to bring everyone out here?
Yeah, let them know to just come on out here.
So I turn and I shout, "Hey, everybody! We're gonna hold the raffle out here!"
Everyone kind of in a daze, a bit panicked, and as you say that, they just rush out, ready to be out of this place of destruction. Oh, and Joey, since they're gonna go get their tickets, why don't you go and bring those mimosas out there, out here?
Yes, ma'am.
Oh, thank you so
I'll
much.
have them right away.
Wonderful.
Yeah. And of course, I imagine I trudge back in there. I see a table full of mimosas, and I think I could move these one at a time, or I could move the whole table, you know?
Okay.
And I think I decide to move the whole table. Because I'm strong enough to lift a whole table full of mimosas.
Yeah, why don't you roll to show off?
Yeah. One moment. Oh, an 8. That's an interesting number.
Mm.
That's like my lucky number, you know?
So there is a super glitch. Roll 1d6.
Oh, I get a 6. That's a good number, right?
It's so good.
Yeah. I think I'm doing a great job. She's going to really enjoy these mimosas that I made for her.
So as you go to lift up the entire table of mimosas, you accidentally activate your super speed when you begin to walk towards the backyard, and you just rush right through, and the mimosas do not survive. They each topple over, spilling all over the floor, breaking on the ground, and there's a path of destruction behind you. But you arrive in front of Linda nice and neat with just the table and broken glasses.
Yeah. I imagine there's like half a bottle of champagne left over. This is good for a few mimosas.
What on earth? Why
There's
did you?
I tried to pick up the table, and I got the tablecloth instead. And while I was getting the tablecloth instead, I tried to do the old trick where you pull the tablecloth out from under the mimosas. And I tried to pull the tablecloth out from under, and the mimosas got spilled because of that damn dog. And I'm sorry.
Oh my God. I can't believe this. I have a massive headache. You know what, Joey? Just please leave. I don't even want to look at this anymore. Please just go. Do something else. I'm sorry I asked for your help.
Yeah, so I think I just dropped the table at her feet as if to say, "Look, here's the table." I kind of sneer.
Meanwhile, Brenda and Marcus.
Florence inside. So where is Florence inside?
Florence is tucked away in the corner. She has a booth with all the raffle tickets. She's waiting there. She seems like she hasn't really been paying attention to anything that's been going on. She has a book open in front of her. She looks up as you approach.
Florence, right?
Yeah, that's me.
Linda wanted us to speak with you. We purchased some last minute raffle tickets.
Oh, okay. How many did you buy?
Let's see. I got Marcus here 42 raffle tickets.
Okay, 42. Wow, that's a lot. And
Yeah.
Oh, is it? Oh, I'm sorry. I don't think I fully realized.
Oh my God, Brenda.
Well, whatever. I bought 1,000. Is that okay?
Okay.
Well, How many tickets are in the raffle in total?
I don't know. She just pulls out this reel of tickets. I'm just here to cut the tickets.
Fair enough.
Here I go. And she begins to
Count 1,000 tickets.
Cut 1,042 tickets.
I love it. And I think I just sort of, I think I look at Marcus and I say, well, with the way things are going in my luck, even with 1,000 tickets, I'm still not going to win anything.
I don't know. That seemed like a money thing, a numbers game more than it is a luck thing. So I think you're good.
I don't know.
I'd be surprised if you didn't win.
Hey, did you see where Joey went?
No. But Linda asked him to get to mimosas, right?
I look back and there's like a table with shattered glass and a half
Yeah,
bottle.
there's where the
on it.
mimosas went. I think we can see what happened to the mimosas.
Yeah, where did Joey go after that?
So I think I dropped the table, and she told me to go, and I'm feeling very hurt and offended, so I don't think I go. But I don't look right at her either because her face is scaring me. So I kind of just stare at the ground beside her.
Okay. So there's a path of shattered glass, but no Joey.
More glass, jeez.
Actually, I propose that instead of making my exit, I think I might even teleport away because that seems to be what I do when I'm feeling hurt and offended.
Yeah, go ahead and roll to be
Someone else.
super.
1.
Okay, works just as intended. Where do you teleport to?
Oh, the main area, because that's where all the normal people hang out at a party.
Okay. As the two of you
Teleport into the crowd?
are looking on at this trail of shattered glass, Joey just apparates as he's teleported in. People are just like, ooh, what? He's just appeared. But luckily there's not many people still left because most of them went back.
That man does not understand subtlety.
Do either of you?
What do you mean? I am the epitome of subtle.
Your checkbook disagrees.
I don't know.
I'm just messing with you.
But
So miraculously, Florence has somehow cut enough tickets in this time and hands Brenda a big fat stack, 1,000 tickets. Just drops them into your arms. Here you go. And 42
please tell me that
for
they're
you.
in numerical order, right?
Nope. Absolutely not.
Oh my god, I'm gonna win and not even know I won.
Probably not.
That's hilarious.
Great.
That's probably why you shouldn't have bought that many. But I'm not complaining. Maybe Linda will stop being so annoying now.
Is she annoying to you?
No, I didn't say that at all.
She seems so sweet.
Yes, she's very sweet. She's the best. Absolutely. I didn't say anything. I'm gonna get back to my book. I didn't say anything.
Florence, tell me, what's going on?
Well, I just kind of hate these bruncheons.
Why?
Well, look at what's happened. I mean, sure, usually there's not, you three don't show up and destroy the whole place, but still, they're usually pretty annoying anyways.
Yeah, those two can be a big problem for a brunchin, you know?
Hello, Joey.
What?
Hi.
Look, at least I helped with the party.
Hey, I said hi.
I said hi too, and then I said, hey, at least I helped with the party.
I don't know what that was about.
Yeah, I said, hey. And then I
Hey.
said some other stuff after I said, hey.
I heard.
Yeah.
I acknowledge
hey.
that's what you said, Joey.
Hey.
I'm gonna
Hey.
stop time and leave.
Hey.
I'm gonna go somewhere else.
Roll to be super.
Yeah. 3.
3. The action works as intended. You have stopped time.
I just go somewhere else and then unstop it.
Oh, God. Okay, so the two of you resume your argument. But Marcus has disappeared. Florence is a bit shocked, but she takes this time to just go back to her book and begin ignoring the two of you.
Yeah, so every time I say hey, like my legs get closer together.
Mm-hmm.
Like I start out kind of hunched and frightening, and then I get to the point where I'm on tiptoes and I say, hey.
What?
Yeah, I'll go there.
Where?
And then I look furtively around, and I'm holding the back of my bat, which might give people the wrong idea, because it's not like I'm a very gentle person, but I'm holding the back of my bat because it's the only thing that brings me comfort here. And I look at Florence as if maybe Florence will back me up.
Oh, she's
And I see
not. She's completely ignoring you. She's looking down at her book.
Yeah, and I feel very threatened by that because somebody should have my back.
You couldn't have called yourself. Never mind. We can continue this conversation later.
I didn't even want to be the bat.
Shh.
I wanted to be the baton.
Jesus, you want to let everyone know? Shh.
I mean, I'm just saying, like, for the search engine, for the optimization, it's a lot easier to rank for a word like the baton,
Yeah, or batter.
The bat. Yeah, batter is a good name too. Yeah.
Or I don't know, something else. You could be.
I mean, my dad wanted me to be the ball. I told him I don't like what happens to the ball.
You could have been the catcher then.
Yeah, I could have been the catcher. That's a good point. Hey.
So, as this argument is happening, Marcus, where have you teleported? Or where have you walked off to? I mean.
Shucks, I don't know. Is any part of the bruncheon still intact, like not totally decimated?
Honestly, there's just that little strip of land where Florence's booth is set up that where the destruction hasn't reached. The center part where the main event's happening is really just covered in glass.
Actually, yeah, I'll just go to the main part. I'll grab one of the floating waffles and whatever dressings are there and sit at like a destroyed table and like chow down.
Alone?
Yeah.
Okay, that's a vibe.
Need a waffle.
And so as you're eating this waffle, sitting down at this destroyed table, it is half destroyed, but it is somehow still aloft. A person in a gray suit, wearing sunglasses, neat ponytail, hat, approaches you, briefcase in hand, and just sits down across from you in a very wobbly chair. Hello.
Mouthful of waffle. Can I help you?
Are you Marcus, aka Goaty?
I will stop mid-chew. Yeah, I am both of them.
Wonderful. Here's my card. This will explain who I am. And
you a fan or something? Card. And then, yeah, I'll say that as I'm taking the card.
Not quite. And on the card you see the words Guardian Insurance Group, GIG. Super insurance for superheroes. Now, Goaty, it has come to our attention that you are not insured, and it seems like you have taken part in some of the destruction of this beautiful clubhouse on this Sunday morning.
Well, I don't know what you mean, but I'm also not a superhero, so I don't have any use for this, and he'll hand the card back.
But I just asked you if you were Goaty, and you said yes.
Yeah, I'm Goaty, the musician.
Oh, there's no need for pretense. And she slowly slips down her sunglasses, and where there would be two regular eyes are two shining beams of red as she sets her laser beam eyes upon you.
Okay.
And I think that's a good place to take a break.
Yeah.
Well, we're at 12 super glitches so far, everyone. If you are enjoying the show, come back and see some more glitched out superheroes in the second half as well. We will see you in about 10 minutes. Hey everyone, welcome back to the stream. We are Which One Do I Roll? And we're playing Super Normal, the game of superheroes being remarkably incompetent and destroying the brunch that we are going to. We are very bad at this, being normal, and keep on destroying things constantly. This is a game by Ursa Dice, cool designer. You can check out their website. In chat, you will see it. I decided partway through to start keeping a super glitch counter because I thought it was funny. So we're at 12 super glitches so far. That's about a super glitch every 7 or 8 minutes. So hope you're enjoying the stream. All the chaos before us. If you're enjoying the stream, please take the time to go support Ursa Dice. Go check out their stuff, see what other games they've made, see what all their work is. They've got a Twitter that you can follow at Ursa Dice. They've also got, I think, a webpage for their content. Yeah, check it out. They seem cool, and you should go support them because indie designers are awesome, and we should support them in general. Also, as always, I like to remind everyone that this stream is inclusive. We are big believers in LGBTQIA rights and POC and BIMPOC creators. Please find a way to support whatever you can to people who are of those persuasions, particularly right now. It's an incredibly difficult time to be a human being at all, and those humans are suffering even more than others. So please do your best to support people who are less well off than you, no matter who they are, and trying to help them. Okay, so, and before we get back into the game, we change games that we play here often. The next game that we're going to play is called Beneath the Cursed Moon. We'll start playing that next week. I'm very excited about it. It's by a creator named Carius, and it is a Van Helsing, Bloodborne, Castlevania style game with a Powered by the Apocalypse framework. If you don't know Powered by the Apocalypse, well, you probably will get to know them at some point on this stream because you should follow us because we'll probably play more than one Powered by the Apocalypse game. Maybe even the original. I kind of want to do it in Apocalypse World. I think that would be awesome. I would love to do an Apocalypse. Marcus, we should do an Apocalypse game. You up for that?
Yeah.
Yeah, you up for that?
Heck yeah.
Full on apocalyptic world. Let's see the end. Oh god, I love it. I'm down. Okay, cool. There you go. Let's get back into Super Glitch. Maybe we can get some more super glitches going on. It looks like Marcus has a business card from someone from Gig, and we will see what happens to everyone. Nia, take it away.
Yeah, so effectively what has happened is the tally of super glitches and times everyone has been super has totaled up to 15. So everyone's cover is blown, and the bad guys have shown up. As such, or just the bad antagonists, they've shown up and they come in the form of a person in a gray suit, briefcase, business card, insurance group, Gig, and this person has just lowered their sunglasses, revealing laser eyes, and they're aimed right at Marcus. Marcus, what do you do?
That's a good question. I duck. I move my head to the side.
Yeah. So there's not really rules for combat, really. So if you're gonna duck and move to the side, I don't see why you wouldn't be able to do that since the super, like the inherent superness is just a given. So you duck out of the way, having been given a bit of a warning, seeing the red poking out of their sunglasses, and a beam of red whooshes past your face, burning a hole where you would have been.
Oh, what gives?
The person stands up and then begins to turn towards you again. Matthew or Brenda and Joey. Someone has just laser beamed 2 holes into the ground, and Marcus is scrambling away.
Gosh. Okay. Yeah. So I rip off my frumpy suit that I've been wearing, my frumpy pantsuit, and put on my mask. and suddenly I am the bat.
It's the bat! Someone just appears to say that.
Convenient.
Look annoyed at that person.
And I, in so doing, the small bat that's been in my pocket comes forth, and I say, Henry, go get some friends. I need all the help I can get. It's some sort of laser vision.
All right. Since you're using your superpowers, let's roll to be super.
Sure, I can do that. I remember how to do that. It's D6.
Just 1d6. Yep.
6.
Oh, roll another d6.
Damn it. 3.
Sweet. So you perform the action in a way that draws unwanted attention. Okay. So what you were trying to do was, remind me again?
I was trying to get Henry to go get lots and lots of like animal friends to come help me fight off this laser-eyed person.
Okay, so you're trying to draw attention as is, but so as Henry runs off to get some animal friends for you to work with, the person shooting lasers at Marcus then turns towards you and releases a beam in your direction.
Oh no! Yeah. So I'm gonna launch into the air and try to fly and pull out my arms, and there's like wings underneath my arms, or fake wings, whatever they are. They're cloth wings, you know. Trying to jump
Alright.
above the laser beams.
Roll a d6.
Sure. I can do that. Another 6.
Sweet, roll another d6.
4.
Perform the action in a way that causes unintended destruction. Man, you make another buddy for that hole, because you shoot up right through the ceiling.
Anyone asks, there was always 2 holes there.
Okay, as this is happening, Joey, how's it going?
Oh, I'm super fast, so obviously I just dive this person.
Okay, yeah, roll a d6 to use your super speed.
Yeah, and in my head, by the way, I'm thinking, oh man, the bat ostensibly is going to wish that she'd been able to do what I'm about to do. And anyway, yeah, so I roll a d6 and I get a 2. Good for me.
Okay, it works
better
just
than
as
me.
intended. You zoom in and tackle this gray-suited individual, and they topple to the ground. Just then, the doors bust open, and more people in gray suits appear. More gig agents. Oh no, this is an all-out brawl. Marcus, back to you.
I stop time and I leave. The room, at least. The room. To get to a more tactical position.
Okay.
I stop
I
time
mean-
and I leave and I move to Canada. You know, Canada's nice
That
this time
is-
of year.
That's valid. It's valid. But yeah,
Oh,
roll a d6 since you're using your superpower.
1.
Okay. It works as intended. You have stopped time just as a group of 5 individuals in gray suits bust in. Brenda has rocketed through the ceiling, and Joey has just toppled one person over.
And I'll try to go somewhere where there aren't any bystanders. Nobody watching.
Right. So as it is, the whole back wall is mostly just windows and glass and broken glass. People are kind of looking on in horror inside as this is happening. The only bystander inside the main area is Florence, who is still reading.
That's fine. That's perfect. I'd like to be there.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. Then you unstop time once you find your position.
Yeah. And then like going super is like its own mechanic, right? Like there's a threshold or something for that, or is that something we can just do? Like taking on
You
the
can just do it, and you roll a d6, but the only consequence is if you roll a 6, you also super glitch.
and that's
Or
if we're
I guess it's a super charge when you're being super.
okay. And is that just if we use our powers, or is that like how Brenda did? She kind of like put the mask on, like the disguise or came off or whatever.
Wait, sorry, I don't know what you mean.
I'd like to do the same thing. I'd like to like take the disguise off, or like put
Become
the
goatee.
Oh yeah, you
yeah.
can just do that.
Okay, cool. So yeah, I didn't mention this, but I would have had an instrument strapped to my back in a case that looks roughly like a guitar case. Um, but I swing it around. I take the case off. I strap on a guitar that is like it's double necked, but the necks are like fused together. Um, so like the top part it doesn't matter. So the body is shaped like the alchemic symbol for sulfur. It's shaped like a Leviathan cross, and I start playing the lower strings, the bass part of the double neck, um, and then I transform like full on like Sailor Moon.
Amazing.
Yeah,
Look, it's Goaty. That same bystander just
yeah.
appears. And then
Would it
pulls
be
out a
Florence,
phone.
or does she like not even look up from her book?
No, it's no, she's still reading.
Okay.
She's not interested.
Yeah,
Super villain
so
Florence at the end of this.
so my boots grow into like platform boots, but they're still black. And then they grow studs. My pants, my previously denim jeans flare out into bell bottoms, but then they also like get CD sleeves all over them, and they're filled with CDs. Um, yeah, I'm also wearing. I look like Bootsy Collins if Bootsy Collins was like into the occult. That might just be for
I
Matt.
love it.
Okay.
I love it. Okay. So having transformed.
Sorry, just a
what do
quick
you do now?
aside. Just a very, very minor aside for the sake
Yeah.
of people
Yeah.
who are this nerdy. I once met Bootsy Collins.
No way.
I got to play with
Is
him.
he into the occult?
No. Oh my god, that's so cool.
Sorry, it's been a while, but you know, yeah,
No,
I
that's
didn't know he
awesome.
was still performing.
this was a while ago. I was 14, 15, something like that.
Oh
That
man.
is so rad.
Yeah.
Supremely jealous.
Putting that out there. Sorry, back to it. Back to the game.
Okay. So, so as time resumes, I assume, let's go back to Brenda. Last thing was you kind of soared through the ceiling again.
And then summoned a horde of animals.
Yeah, you summoned a horde of animals. By now, they are on their way here, stampeding through the backyard, through this crowd of screaming people now into the main area. They are here for your beck and call.
Everyone be nice to the ferrets, they're sensitive. And then I like fly forward and try to punch one of these gig people. Are they people? Are they robots? What are they?
They seem like people. When they were knocked over, you didn't see any mechanical parts fly out.
Yeah, so I'm just gonna go punch someone from gig. What are you, some shady government organization or so other? Bam! And I punch one.
Alright, roll to be super.
Pow.
Roll to be super. I just am super. And I got a 5.
Okay, works as intended. Yeah, you sock him. You sock him in the face. We're just here to make sure you're insured. Look at this destruction. Who's gonna pay for all this?
I can afford it.
Ugh.
And I try and like punch another one.
Okay.
I'm just like punching it, and I'm like trying to think of like how am I going to use my animal friends to solve this problem, but I have no clue. How many?
Okay.
There's like a lot of them.
There's 5 of them. Joey has toppled the 6th one over, which why don't we go back to see how Joey is doing? You have one gig agent who you've knocked over. They're still conscious and probably about to shoot you with their laser eyes.
So there are some important facts that I need to address. One of which is that I probably haven't noticed that they're still conscious because I've looked at the group and I've seen, oh my gosh, there are more gig agents to punch or charge into, you know. So I've reached for my bat, and as I've done this, my head has sharply gone up, and my fancy baseball cap that I wear when I'm in baseball mode is flown off, revealing that my hair is, you know, kind of spiked up in the back, kind of pointy up around the ears, almost like a bat. But anyway, that's not important. The important thing is that it's off, and that means that recognizably the bat, the real one, has arrived, which means that I can charge another agent literally identically to how I charged the first one.
It's the bat.
He stole my name.
Okay, you So you're charging super speed charge. Okay, roll a d6.
Yeah. One moment. 4. Nice.
Yep, works as intended. You also knock this person over. However, that first gig agent that you knocked over has now stood up, and they release their laser vision right into the back of your calves, and oh, it burns. Good thing you're a superhero, or that would have been bad. It still hurts a lot though.
Yeah.
Okay, Marcus or Goaty now. What are you
Goaty.
doing?
I will step into the fray. I will stand in the doorway for a moment dramatically, and then I will start playing the intro to Wild Cherries. Play that funky music, and I will use I will use my time dilation power to speed up myself and Brenda and Joey.
Okay, yeah. All right, roll to be super.
That's a 5.
Okay, it works just as intended. And Brenda and the bat, you are imbued with this even stronger sense of speed, I guess. You were already pretty fast, the bat too. The bat
Yeah.
Joey, the Joey bat.
Yeah.
But you're even faster now, man.
Bat
This is
parentheses
bonkers.
mask, bat parentheses fem.
Okay, so there's 6 gig agents. What would you like to do, the Brenda bat?
Cody, how are we gonna stop all these agents? I'm moving really fast. This is super useful, but I don't know quite what to do. How do we stop all these agents?
I mean, punching them looks like it's working.
Great. And then I just summon like a horde of squirrels to just start chewing on one of the agents.
Oh, okay. 1d6.
God.
It's low-key
Six?
super scary.
another
I always
D6.
get his. I'm using my superpowers.
I love it. Well, I think it's helpful when you're trying to fight, actually. They're supposed to be.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, that's what they all say when they're running. I say the same thing, I'll have you know. I get a 6.
Okay, so you unintentionally activate one or more of your... I think... Oh, God. Okay, so you're using your animal friendship, and you summon a horde of squirrels to kind of demolish one of these gig agents. Now, honestly, I think there's just no way out of it for this one. He is overtaken by the horde of squirrels. There's no escape. Done for. However, you do also, just in your excitement, boost off again, flying once again, a third hole in the ceiling. Gosh, when is this gonna end?
How structurally sound is the ceiling?
Not very.
I mean, I've hit it 3 times now. I've gone through it.
Yeah, there's debris falling.
Okay.
It's not quite there yet, but there's debris actively falling from the ceiling into the main area. That is another concern.
Careful in the room. Hold on, I've got an idea. And Brenda goes to break the ceiling. Not entirely certain what she's going for here, but that's what she's doing. So that it lands on the agents or something like that, I guess. I don't know.
You're not necessarily using one of your superpowers, but let's just have you roll a d6 for the fun of it.
I mean, everyone has super strength, right? So
yeah.
I'll use my super strength to destroy the ceiling. Cool. I get a 3 finally.
Okay, just as intended. Yeah, you pummel that ceiling, and it does begin to fall onto the gig agents, but it's also falling onto the other bat, the Joey bat, Goaty, and Florence, who are still down there.
Totally fine with one of those things.
Goaty and the bat - Joey. How do you react? The ceiling is falling.
Oh my goodness, I don't know. Let me think. I mean, I guess the natural enemy of the bat is the ceiling. So it would make sense that I should dive out of the way. Probably through the entryway, that seems right. And I might even jump a third gig agent, the exact same way I did the first two. That seems right.
Okay.
I bet that's what I do.
Okay, so you're charging a gig agent as you leave through the entryway?
Yeah. And I get a 6 this time.
Okay.
That's the best roll.
Sweet, roll another one then.
Yeah. I get a 2. That's not so great.
Okay. This one might not be so great. So you do a great job at charging the gig agent, knock the wind right out of them. However, you also knock the wind right out of you, and you just kind of pass out right at the threshold. Just lights out for a second there. It was just too much. Goaty, there is a passed out the bat hyphen Joey. What
It looks like the bat's wings has failed him.
Yeah, so I
I'm
think
the one with the wings.
yeah, he doesn't even have wings. Yeah, so I was previously playing play that funky music at like cut time to make time go faster. I'm gonna yeah, I'll play it at double cut time. I'm not certain that's a thing, but I will play twice as fast and try to move even faster, and fast enough to both to both get out of the way and grab Joey and drag him further out of the door.
Okay, a
Yeah.
D6.
Here we go. 4.
Okay, just as intended. You
Cool.
you play that funky music and you manage to get Joey out of the path of destruction. Meanwhile, Brenda, how do you get out of this?
I'm more concerned about Florence.
Oh, Florence, shit.
Yes, she
so-
is still there.
I'm gonna use the
Still
super
reading.
speed that was given to me by Goaty to like fly as fast as I possibly can over to Florence and save her from the. I think I'm actually gonna shield her from the falling ceiling with my body.
Okay, that works. Why don't you roll to be super?
Okay. 1.
Okay, you manage to get to Florence in time. She's kind of like, hey, what gives? I'm reading here. As you shield her body from the falling debris.
Yeah, I think I lift her up and I fly straight up through the next floor, punching a hole in the floor above, and then I put her down in the floor above.
The floor above,
Well,
like the one you just
the second floor is destroyed, right? So I don't know if it's the roof above the second floor or if there's another if
Yeah,
there's a third
there's a
floor or
roof.
something like that. I don't know. So
It
so I
would be
fly
the
up there
roof.
and I deposit her on the roof, so figuring she'll be safe up there.
Well, I guess the view here is nice and no one else will bother me. Just come back and get me down, will you?
The bat does not like the sun. Bye. I fly back inside.
All right. Okay, Florence is saved. There is destruction as you fly back inside. It looks like all the gig agents are just groaning in pain. Yeah, maybe a pretty good move on your part, destroying the second floor. But you do see behind you a horrified Linda Lacebottom. She's just ripping her hair out at this point. Not actually, but just grabbing her hair and oh my god. You're the bat and you're the bat and you're Goaty and you just oh my god.
I put on like a fake voice and say, "Forgive me, ma'am, but there was a super event in the area. Several agents from a secret evil organization seem to have invaded your party, and you know, it's a problem, and so we solved it. The bat and Goaty
And one of them was Brenda.
Brenda?
Brenda she's one of the bad guys. That's
Yeah.
probably why she wrecked your party.
Oh, what?
I
No,
knew
you mean
it.
the baseball player friend of yours is the problem. I think. I don't know. But No, it was definitely not Brenda. She's around here somewhere. I think I deposited her. I deposited someone on the roof.
I'm just gonna blame the both of them. I think it's the Brenda's fault and it's Joey's fault for sure. I knew I
Who
should have
is this
signed
Joey?
that. I knew I should have signed that insurance policy for superheroes. I'm gonna do just that. And villainously stepping out of a convenient patch of shade is a man the three of you know to be a diabolically clever billionaire with an evil agenda, Doe Johnson. And he twirls his mustache as he hands over a contract to Linda. Sign here, and we'll take care of the problems for you. Gig, super insurance for superheroes. And she signs the contract with a flourish.
Linda, don't sign it. Please.
It's too late. I've already signed it. Mr. Johnson, please take care of these three.
So I'm super fast, right?
Mm-hmm.
I'm just gonna smash that contract with my bat.
All right.
A piece of paper.
I was gonna have a bird poo on it. So
A piece of paper. All right, sure. Go ahead. Roll it.
I get it too.
A 2. Man, I don't. Yeah, you take your bat and you just hit it so hard and so fast that you just tear it into shreds somehow. But you do it. Never mind that, the billionaire next to Linda says. It's still too late for the three of you. And he has his own magical girl transformation of his own as his body begins puffing up metal parts encasing his limbs as he suits up into his mecha suit.
Oh no.
I will be taking care of the three of you since you have refused to join Gig. I'll make an example out of the three of you. And then I'll get Linda to sign a new contract. Simple.
Linda, this is your fault. And one of your guests on the roof told me that this was a horrible party in the first place.
Oh, whatever. I'm out of here. And she bounds out of the way as Doe Johnson raises the arm of his mecha suit right at Joey's head as he is right there. They are right there. And releases a powerful beam, knocking you back over where Goaty and the bat are.
So
How do you react?
While I'm in the air, I think I try and punt one of those floating waffles right into his face.
I love it. Sorry.
I think that... Gosh, I don't know if I should make you roll for that. I feel like it happens, because it's gotta happen. You waffle him right in the face. But he begins chewing on it and just
Oh
eats
no. I forgot that billionaires have the power of gluttony.
it. Yeah. They do. So
Oh my god. That was brilliant. Nice one, Yogi.
Thank you.
Mecha Suit Doe Johnson begins to stomp his way towards the three of you.
Well, this is tough. The bat, do you have really good aim? Right?
I have excellent aim.
Okay.
I have a batting average of, well, it's 0.3, but in baseball, that's very strong.
Oh god. Are there like any holes or anything in this mech suit, or is it like airtight?
Well, he has neglected to put any armor around his head, probably out of vanity.
Great. So it's just like a billionaire in a mech suit.
Yep.
Yeah.
Fuck Iron Man. Sorry.
Yeah, only billionaires in bat suits over here. That's what we want.
Yeah, let's see. I think the armor is too strong for me to punch through. Goldie, what do you think?
I don't know. I'm at a loss, honestly. I'm cycling through what I can do, and none of it seems useful, which is a theme.
What about you, the bat?
Well, I mean, I've leashed a potent projectile, and it had no effect at all. The bat. I think we should actually. Wait a minute. Are we on the bottom floor of this place?
Yes.
Yep.
Okay, we're on
You're
the
on
bottom
top
floor.
of the destruction, all the
There's no
rubble.
That sucks. Darn.
We need to find a way. Maybe if we work together, we can come up with some way to defeat this.
I can speed you both up again. Does that help?
I
Yes,
think Marcus
absolutely.
has the most overpowered abilities.
Do I really?
Wait,
They
here we
feel
go.
super.
Wait,
Just
I've
stop
got it.
stopping time.
Oh, sure. Yeah,
I've-
that's pretty.
I've got it. And I like reach down and I grab like a squirrel, right? And I bring it up and I start speaking to it in squirrel.
Yeah, I also start speaking to the squirrel because I want to show off that I'm as cool as Brenda. But I don't actually
Oh
speak
my God.
squirrel.
Yeah. I think you unintentionally say like a swear word and the
Yeah,
squirrel.
I'm going like meat and it's very offensive.
Yeah,
Oh
absolutely.
yeah, the squirrel swipes at you.
Nice. So I say, okay, I've just told the squirrel what to do. Now, it's still hard for me to see your name. The bat. Just take this and throw the squirrel carefully. Try to get it inside, like right at his neck. And maybe at that point, Goaty, if you could speed up the squirrel and maybe slow down him. I don't know if you can do that.
I can try.
Yeah, so like I take the squirrel and I know how to handle a baseball, so like I wrap my hand around it and then I wrap my other hand around it like I've got a catcher's mitt, which I don't.
Yeah.
I kind of scratch the squirrel a little bit behind the ears just for good luck.
Mhm.
And now I've kind of got the squirrel by the head, but it's a gentle grip. I adjust to the body, and then it's a beautiful pitch. It's in a very fast pitch because I'm super fast. I toss it right at the billionaire's neck.
And I have told the squirrel to run down the billionaire's body and just rip off his junk.
Damn.
Amazing. This poor squirrel, terrible task you've given it.
I mean,
So I would like Joey to roll to be super, just to see if there's a supercharge.
There's a 4.
Okay, so yeah, this squirrel lands right on billionaire Doe Johnson's face and quickly begins scurrying down to the mech suit. Yeah, no helmet was a terrible idea. And he begins shrieking and kind of just like scratching at his legs and in this general area that the squirrel has run off to. The three of you have some time to figure out what to do as he's in a panic, stomping around, sending chairs and debris flying.
Yeah, so as he's panicking, God, I don't know. Goaty, you got something here?
I can speed it up. I can make it go faster.
Okay, yeah, that sounds good. Speed up the squirrel. That
Okay.
seems good. The squirrel seems to be doing the more damage than us.
So yeah, Goaty will start playing something else. Goaty will start playing.
Pop goes the weasel.
Yeah. No. Goaty will start playing "Human Murmuration" by Arcspire. There's a like tappy bass part to it, and he will use both necks of the guitar or both sides of the neck of the guitar and telekinetically tap the top parts while tapping the bottom parts, and we'll play it like incrementally faster to speed the squirrel up.
Okay, roll to be super.
6. That's
Ooh, real
yeah.
good.
1.
Unexpected level of force. I just feel like this is gonna be to your advantage for this. So as you speed up this squirrel, there is a sickening crunch sound that you hear thanks to your super hearing, and the billionaire just blanches and curls over, falling to the ground, screaming in agony. The squirrel shoots out of the neck of the suit, a little bit of blood on its fur, and it winks at the bat
Oh yeah.
before scurrying away.
What did you tell it to do, Brenda? My God.
And I fly forward and try to punch him with my super strength and knock him out.
I
Now
think
that
he's
he's like
All right.
got his everything's going badly for him.
I think he's subdued.
All right. Roll to be super.
One more 6.
Holy smokes.
Amazing. Another
Oh
D6
my
then.
God. Okay. I got a 5.
Sweet. That in a way that inconveniences others. So you punch him real good, but it's a little bit too good because you punch him in the wrong direction. Just the way you angled the punch, and the billionaire in the mech suit goes flying towards the Bat-Joey, knocking him back as he's being crushed under this mech suit.
Take that, the patriarchy.
Joey, there's a groaning, very extremely heavy billionaire in a mech suit on top of you.
Yeah, so I kind of, as he approaches, I kind of crouch down like a catcher who's going to grab him in my mitt, but I don't have a mitt and I'm not a catcher. So he just kind of tumbles into me and I roll backwards, a little bit stunned, and I just blindly slam downwards with the bat as I fly backwards. Of course, I'm the bat, but I mean the baseball bat.
Right.
Yeah, whatever
right.
I hit, who knows?
Is your bat named the Bat too?
Yes.
Are you the bat?
The
who
bat's the bat.
Well, I'm the
So
bat,
many
but if you
things.
go to my website and you click the page that says the bat, you get a page on the bat. That is the baseball bat. You have to click home to get the page on the bat. That is Joey.
Brenda hates you so much.
Oh gosh. That's why
Loathes
she
you.
that's why she threw that billionaire at you. I mean, it was
That
an
was
accident. So you're attempting to bash this billionaire's head in.
Yeah, or whatever. You know, I
Joey?
can't see too well, but presumably his head. Yeah, and I get it too.
Okay. Yeah, I think this is gonna be good enough to knock the poor guy out. He really, he just had the mech suit going for him. Not much other skill.
Huh.
And he's effectively unconscious. But there is a path of destruction. Bystanders have fled. Florence is still on the roof. Linda is gone. But at this point, you do hear the distant sound of sirens. What do the three of you do?
I tie myself to the mast. Sorry, terrible joke.
That went over my head. Whoosh.
Was that an Odyssey joke?
Sirens. Okay,
It was an
yeah.
Odyssey
Nice.
joke.
Oh, okay, got it. Nice.
Nice.
I
Slick.
didn't want to draw
I've heard-
attention
Yeah.
to it after I made it. I felt like I shouldn't have made it.
No, it was perfect. I'm
Yeah, I
the sort
enjoyed
of
it.
person who loves a good Odyssey pun. Also, this is a very pun-friendly channel. Is Apostrophe here? No, she's not.
Hmm.
But this is a very pun-friendly channel.
I don't know though. I find the whole Greek mythology thing very Tiresias.
Oh god.
Are we afraid of the cops? I feel like we're way better.
Yeah, I
than
don't
the
know.
cops.
I'm
Yeah,
afraid
I
of my
don't know,
cover.
I'm asking.
I'm afraid of blowing my cover. So I think I'm gonna fly to the roof and look and see is Florence still there?
Yeah, she's still reading.
And she's not paying
Mhm.
attention to things around her?
Nope.
Great, then I'm gonna land behind her and pretend to have a conversation with myself, saying, "Stay here where it's safe, citizen. Sure, the bat. Thank you so much. Thank you for saving my life. No problem." And while this is going on, I'm changing from the bat to Brenda Atman.
Okay. Marcus and Joey, what are you two doing?
Is Joey still stuck under the Doe Johnson?
I feel like
He could
you-
get out.
Okay.
Yeah, I could get out.
I will start trying to get Doe out of the mech suit because I would like to take it.
Nice.
Yeah, I don't see why you could not do that. Gosh.
So
You
I'll be
pull
looking
that
down at him.
scrawny little
Yeah.
billionaire out. Yeah.
I'll be looking down at him,
Yeah.
and I'll pull down my pentagram sunglasses and smack him on the side of the cheek. Not smack, but like pat him on the side of the cheek.
Uh-huh.
That'll teach you, Doe. Exorbitant wealth. It's not a superpower, you dork. And then pull him out.
I hope Brenda doesn't hear that.
Well, she's got other stuff going on. The money still isn't a superpower, but she has like the strength and everything, so she's good. Well, she's okay.
Well, it looks like you've acquired a mech suit. It is yours. Meanwhile, Joey.
Nice.
You've
Yeah,
acquired a symbol. Sorry.
Whoosh. I didn't get it.
That's okay. Don't worry about it.
Yeah, so I think I have a lot of anger that I haven't been able to release at this event.
Yeah?
So, but I also don't want to destroy my billionaire. So I think I'm just going to like press the bat against his neck really hard, just so that he can think, "Oh no, there's a bat against my neck." I think that's gonna be really cool, and then maybe he'll squirm.
Oh, and squirm he does. It's honestly, I think it's a grim sight after he's pulled out of the mech suit. He's he's been thoroughly gotten. So I guess you two will remain as the police show up. I guess taking what's the word? You are the two that stopped this villain. Brenda's on the roof. People eventually come to help you down, not knowing that you are also a superhero.
Yeah, so I think I shout from the top. Excuse me, could someone save me? The bat put me up here, and with another one. There's two of us. She brought both of us up here and left us here to keep us safe. But like a really great and awesome superhero, the cool one. And
oh, the one that does baseball.
No, the other one. But we're stuck up here now, and so the one who does baseball can't fly. Never mind. Yeah. So she brought us up here, and we're stuck up here now. And like, we're perfectly ordinary citizens. So if someone could like help bring us down or whatever, that would be great.
Yeah, sure, not a problem. And eventually, you're brought down, and this disastrous Sunday comes to an end. The three of you do all get very, very, very angry texts from Linda, and you're all unfriended from her Facebook.
Oh, tragic.
Oh,
I thought we were cool.
You can
hey,
very
I
tragic.
gave this woman $10,420, and I'm unfriended from her Facebook.
You are unfriended from her Facebook, but she keeps you on her Instagram, so it's all good. That's really what matters. And you continue on with your lives as superheroes. Surely there are more days like this. But for now, we wrap up.
I get the mech painted black. Sorry.
Go for it.
I get the mech painted black, that's it.
Nice.
Yes.
I love it.
Wonderful.
I begin to bribe officials in charge of internet and domain names and like, and purchase every possible domain name that the bat could use, and try to do hostile takeovers of domain sites so that I can steal his name from him and relegate it.
Yeah, I try to log into like namecheap.com and I find out my password has changed.
Mm-hmm.
I end up buying murcielago.com.
Yeah,
it's the closest thing I could get to my original identity.
I love it. I think Brenda's fine with that.
Amazing. Truly amazing. Well, I guess we shall wrap up with our thoughts. Running the game, it didn't take a lot of prep, of course, but I definitely think the part I had the most difficulty with was the combat aspect of the game. There's not really any rules on that, so I interpreted that it's just kind of we'll go back and forth describing what happens, and when I feel like you've done enough or done something clever enough to defeat the bad guy is defeated.
Yeah, I can see where you're coming from with that. I think an interesting thing about the system that in some ways I like, but in other ways I don't, is complicated, at least, is that all options on the die rolls are essentially success. Sometimes there's success with complication, and sometimes there's success with lots of complication. But essentially, when you roll to do something, you succeed. There's no room for, I punch the guy and he dodges or something like that, which is pretty common in a one-page RPG to a certain extent. But I do think that makes one of the things that's good about RPGs with longer rule books frequently is that there's rules for how contests work between two opposing forces. So I can really understand where you're coming from with the combat. It's always interesting to run. I don't know. There's games without initiative. I'm totally down with to a certain extent. Although even there, I think that there can be some problems. But it is. Yeah, I can totally see where you're coming from. Does anyone else have thoughts about the combat aspect specifically?
Yeah. So I guess we only did a little bit of PvP, and we just resolved it by saying that every action succeeded. That's, I guess, the place where I see this mechanic being most likely to fail, because usually in player versus player interactions, there's a legitimate chance that either player could win, whereas with player versus enemy interactions, probably the player will eventually win the majority of the time. Yep. I don't think this is intended to be a PvP game, though. It doesn't seem like it to me.
Yes, I also I didn't even check in at the time. Neogmi, we don't know each other super well. I assume, was everything kosher for you and fine? I just want to make sure that.
Oh yeah. I don't think anything bad happened. I am fine with being tripped. No, usually in these games I play a character. I tend to play a buffoon of some kind. So I set myself up for that kind of thing very intentionally. So that's fine. Yeah. I'm mostly thinking that, I would hope nobody would play this game and have like an emotional stake in the outcome. That seems like a very bad idea, since there's only one outcome that you can really get. But yeah, I think that if you don't have that, then it doesn't matter that the resolution mechanics probably can only work well for fights that have a mostly foregone outcome, I feel like.
Marcus, your thoughts about the combat in particular?
Yeah, honestly, I think I just have similar feelings to what you all have mentioned. It doesn't seem like it's built for PvP or PV anything.
Yeah.
In a way where like one will fail and one will succeed. But I also think that's okay. Like it didn't feel like it was detracting or anything. I think like tonally it lends itself toward having a comedic tilt, like a comedic lean. That's cool too. And I wonder, I don't think it's necessary, but I wonder if it could have a more serious tone. But I also don't necessarily think it should. Yeah, I like it a lot. I don't have any real like gripes or anything.
Nia, what do you think? Could we run a grimdark version of Super Normal?
To be honest, I really don't think so, because I know when I played this game, I didn't read the rules at all before playing it. I just was kind of thrown into it, and at first I was kind of frustrated that every time I tried to do any little thing, I fucked it up supremely.
Yeah.
So yeah, no, I don't think I can really picture this being serious. You kind of have to be ready to be lighthearted and accept that you're going to be put in goofy situations.
There's an element of seriousness that is like not the only, but the most common way to have seriousness is for the consequences of your actions to be intense and like meaningful.
Yeah.
And having consequences to most actions makes that tricky, I think, in some ways. But yeah,
it could go too far. Like it could even be post like grimdark. Like it could be like pretty gruesome. Yeah, if you mess up, like if you go overboard, like punching someone, you have like a yeah.
Yes, I'm cutting the ham at the table. My knife goes through the table and slices off the dog's tail.
Oh no!
I was actually, when you did that, I was pretty sure you were gonna have me cut off my own leg.
And no, I didn't. I didn't want to go there.
Yeah, I didn't think you'd go there, but for a moment I thought you would.
No.
I guess
I definitely came into it with a this is gonna be a funny game kind of mindset.
so. One of the things that I think about dramatically in this game is that it kind of starts at full force. I guess you would say it starts with basically the first phase of the game pretty much plays out the same way the entire time.
Mm.
It doesn't
Mm.
like escalate, and it seems like the initiative mechanic, if anything, you would expect it. We didn't really play with the initiative, or not initiative, the advantage mechanic.
Mm.
It seems
Yeah.
like it would actually tend to decelerate rather than accelerating when you play, and that's kind of the reverse of what I would expect from the kind of story this game is trying to tell.
Yeah, I strongly agree. I think an interesting problem that the game has is, ironically, the superpowers not being well defined is honestly great in some ways for narrative reasons. It
Mhm.
means that your time travel can be whatever you want, but it also sort of lends it to a situation where it's actually substantially to your advantage to just use your superpowers and then say your superpowers are subtle as part of your description of your superpowers,
Oh
right?
yeah,
So,
like when I grabbed the ham.
right, exactly. Or like Marcus, right? You can just
Mhm.
like it's actually hard. It's substantially harder for you mechanically speaking, to be subtle than it is for you to just stop time and then as if you were subtle and
Yeah.
then restart time. You know, so that's an interesting component as well, right?
Oh, I think,
that.
yeah.
Mhm.
On that note, I think it could do well with like a notice mechanic. I don't know how better to phrase that, but like
Mm.
there's no mechanical way to represent how much attention you're drawing other than stuff happening to you.
Yeah, and then the 15 times
Oh
if
yeah.
you have 15 times, but that's a very extreme notice mechanic, right? That's not about
Mhm.
that's about a supervillain showing up and attacking you. That's very different than like
Exposure.
Linda or Florence,
Right.
you know,
Right.
or exposure, right? So not having anything for um yeah, for like the for that sort of makes it like sort of biases it towards like I mean, not like obviously this is a game that's about fun and it is fun and it's like it's about silliness and it is silly and it's great. But the fact that like mechanically speaking, it is like quote unquote better for you to just like be super heroic and not worry about it. You know, that's interesting. I don't know. There's definitely something weird about that.
One of the things I noticed is that, like, basically after we had the floating waffles and the door breaking, which were, oh, we also had the salad table thing. Basically, the first three things that happened. After that, we basically had no incentive to be subtle because we were effectively out in
Yeah.
terms of roleplay.
Yeah. It was really hard for me to like how would that not get everyone's attention?
Mm.
You know, if you break the salad table, you break
Yeah.
shatter the door.
Mhm.
So
Yeah, I
yeah.
do think that like the game could use I guess my suggestion, quote unquote, would be to encourage the game to use more have more guides for the person running the game. Tell them how to do this. You know, I think you know a good games like this they're obviously designed for like pick it up and run it, and I think again this game does this very very well. But like and I don't know, I get the one page RPG aesthetic, but sometimes I think that a one page RPG would be like this would be better if it was 2 pages. And on the second page they had like just a list of like possible ways that things might go wrong, right? Just as like like just a list of suggestions, you know, that maybe escalate from minor to extreme, right? So that it becomes I don't know, or something like that. Some sort of like, and not as a requirement or anything like that, but just as like a list. I don't know. Some games really do a good job of like thinking through the possible problems that can occur and telling the players that. Like, I think the Fate system does that really well. It tells you like there are 4 types of conflicts that can occur, you know, and things like that. I don't know. I think it might be interesting to like this is very surface in terms of the mechanics, and seeing a little bit of depth and understanding as to how things might go wrong could be potentially helpful. Oh, that was a lot of talking. Sorry, from one person. Anyone follow up?
Oh yeah, I was actually so I agree with that. I guess one of my thoughts is that so a lot of these settings are some kind of party or some kind of place where food and props are around,
Mm.
like tables, things like that. it seems to me like, given how narrow the scope already is, it could be really productive to, like, you could even just say, okay, the settings are all some version of a party. You get to decide what the party is, and then just talk about, only things that happen at parties.
Yeah, see, that's a great way of both limiting the scope in some ways, but also broadening your ability to say things about the scope. And sort of helping that sort of thing out. I think that can be like great. Like the game is super normal. It's a game about being a superhero, trying to be normal at a party, and then you're right. Almost all of these are parties. I guess a sporting event isn't something we call a party, and going to the movies isn't something we call a party. But
Yeah,
like,
I think that probably going to the movies seems like one of the weaker ones to me, because the way you interact with a movie is by not doing anything.
Yeah.
Oh yeah.
Bowling
Yeah.
seems to be a little bit narrow too, at least to me. I guess I'd have to play it out to know.
I mean, I think what I'd do is I'd combine the first two: a birthday party at a bowling alley.
Yeah, that'd work.
Yeah.
Then suddenly
I
there's a
mean,
little bit more there or something. I don't know.
when you pick any of these settings events, you have to think about what is going to happen at it, because if you just decide it's going to be we're going to go to the movies, you're going to buy the ticket and watch the movie, that's going to be not a lot of chance for interaction.
Yeah.
So when I rolled a delicious brunch, I was like, well, we can't have it be held at a restaurant. I felt like that would be kind of limiting you, and you're gonna go to a restaurant, you're gonna order, and you're gonna sit at a table with people. So I was
Right.
like,
It's all people
I-
talk. It's all talking and sitting
Yeah.
rather than like doing. Yeah, having
so
at the country club with the pool that we could have interacted with and the tables. That was smart. I like it. Yeah.
Mhm.
yeah, I added a raffle, and there was other
Yeah.
stuff if we like ran out of juice and we hadn't hit 15 yet, but you hit 15 pretty quickly.
Nice.
So
Nice. Well, I don't know. I really enjoyed this game. I think this is really great. Couple minor things. I guess the problem of being super in the world sticks out to me. Being super being easier than being subtle makes sense mechanically, but also power wise is a problem. And then the problem of conflict and conflict resolution. And then the problem of how to run a game like this, which Nia did fantastically, but is still like the problem of like maybe the suggestions or ideas about how to have things go wrong or something like that could help newer GMs and things like that. Any other final thoughts? Let's do just let's just do a round of final thoughts. We'll start with Nyogmi, our guest. Final thoughts.
Let's see. I don't think I had anything that we didn't cover already. It's a good game. I think that it functions just fine. To the extent that I'm complaining about it, I don't think those are big problems for it. I think it's pretty good as it is.
Yeah, strongly agree.
Yeah. Also, major thanks to Nia, who this doesn't seem easy to GM. This seems like it puts a huge responsibility to improv on the GM. So thank you for coping with it so well.
Oh well,
Super well.
all of you gave me lots of material to roll with, which made it a lot easier. So,
Marcus, final thoughts on Super Normal.
Yeah. So I've actually moved over a little bit, hearing everyone's thoughts on how like the narrative implies there being more risk than the mechanics bring as you use them. I that might be deliberate, because like the the premise of the game is that you're trying to be normal, you're trying to like live your day off without causing a scene, but it's kind of like it's a given you're going to. And I think the game and like the author probably did that deliberately. Yeah.
That's quite possible. Yeah.
But yeah, similar feelings to what you've said, Matt, and well, everyone pretty much. There's stuff that could be different, but I honestly wouldn't change a thing. I think it's a really good game.
Yes, I'll basically agree with everyone. Everything that's been said, I basically agree with. I think you should absolutely, if you are watching the stream, go forth, get this game, pick it up from Ursa Dice, and try it out, play it. Pick powers that make no sense, and watch them go wrong, because I think that's like, I think that can be fun. Having ridiculously weird powers could be fun. Having, I don't know, magnetism, stretchiness, and temporal distortion sounds great, or something. So those are my final thoughts. Just try it. This is a great game to play for a one shot. I think that's fantastic. Nia, you're up. Final thoughts. You ran the game.
Well, I will say that there's one thing that I did not do, and because it says in the rules to have you roll for the first activity and then roll for a second. And so I think what that means is you get your cover blown and then we move on to another activity. I couldn't really see how you would recover from that and continue on the same day, so it would like become a new day. But I just didn't. I felt like that wouldn't be a good. I mean, maybe that was just a failing on my part, but I felt like it wouldn't be. It wouldn't flow well, and it wouldn't fit well in the scope of a one shot. And there's also so much that you can do with just watching people mess up doing normal things. If that makes sense.
Yeah, I think there's a lot of fun and a lot of joy in this game. So I'm always glad to play fun, joyous games. I think this is a great choice and a lot of fun to play. Nyogmi, thanks for joining us. Do you have a Twitter account that you want to shout out or anything? Any projects you're working on?
I have projects, but none under this identity. So I will say no projects, never.
Excellent.
But yeah, anybody should stalk me down if they want. Thank you for inviting me.
Of course, it was a pleasure to have you.
Yeah.
And Nia, thanks for running. It was a lot of fun. I've never seen you run a game before, so this was great.
Well, I'm glad that you all enjoyed it.
Excellent. Well, if you enjoyed our content, we play games here on Fridays, doing all sorts of crazy stuff, all sorts of fun stuff. Next week, we're going to do Beneath the Cursed Moon, run by Marcus. Marcus, wave hello. You are already waving. Wow. I said wave hello, and you were literally already waving. My bad. We also have other shows on this channel. We play games every Sunday, Monday, Thursday, and Friday. Sunday, Monday, and Thursday are our fantasy series, which is all set in the same world. And that's a lot of fun. Nia is in the Monday game. Marcus is in the Thursday game. So it's a lot of good stuff, and good stuff is fun. So please come check out some of that stuff. Follow the channel if you're enjoying, and go live good and happy lives. And as always, I encourage you to support the various games that we play. I feel like we should maybe get a master list going at some point.
Oh yeah, that's a good idea.
That's a good idea.
Mm-hmm.
I already forget things. But yeah, we should get a master list and maybe have a link to a link or something like that we can post at some point. I don't know. Just came up with that literally right now on stream. Yeah. So hope you enjoy the games. Hope you come back and check out some other stuff and all that awesomeness. And as always, I strongly encourage you to call your cat and feed your mom. Bye, everyone.
Mm-hmm.